Hello, citizens of the internet, and welcome back to the Dad's Guide to Minecraft Let's Play. Now we're on episode 15 of our series, and we're starting back in our abandoned mine shaft that we discovered last episode. I'm going to keep on looking around inside here for a little while, see if I can find anything cool, and then we're going to cut and work on our main mission today, which is turning a zombie spawner into an XP farm. So if that sounds like a plan, let's get started. Okay, the zombie spawner is actually over here on the other side of the bridge. As we go this direction, there was a skeleton that was taking pot shots at me from a cave entrance over here, and I went down and explored that just really quick. Got some iron, and then I ran across the zombie spawner. So I'll go ahead and show you where that's located here. So if you're playing along in your world, you can see. I marked this with a berry bush as well a while ago, just so I knew where it was. And it's right here. Starts off as kind of like a sand cave and then turns into a regular cave. Lots of dark recesses back that direction. But I believe I went down here. And I kept on going down. And there was a little opening here. And I went through this. And then up into here. And then I saw that. And whenever you see cobblestone or mossy cobblestone in a cave system, it is a spawner, especially mossy cobblestone. A regular cobblestone could be lava that hit water, but mossy definitely 100% is a dungeon. So this is the zombie spawner. As you can see, the first thing I did is as soon as I ran in is I stuck a torch on top of it and then lit up all the way around it. That way we don't get any zombies spawning as we work. And I just went back there to make sure there wasn't anything else beyond that. I didn't even pilfer the contents of the chests. So that's what's inside this one. And then this is what's inside this one. So, oh, there were beetroots in here and another golden apple. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and we're going to clear this area. What we want is you can't move a spawner. So even with Silk Touch, you'll destroy it. It gets you a decent amount of XP, but it's so much better to keep the spawner as a spawner because it'll keep on producing mobs and you can farm those mobs. So it'll spawn 4 in this direction, 4 in this direction, basically 4 in every direction. So we want to clear a space that's 9 by 9 right here, and we'll go down several as well. And we'll also put some blocks on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and clear that space right now, and then I'll cut back once that's done. And then we have our first phase of the build. This serves no purpose at all. I just did that to give it a little bit more interest. Really, if I was doing this nice, I would go ahead and put maybe different materials in here to clean it up. And I may eventually do that, but for a zombie spawner, maybe not. For a skelly spawner, which would have been awesome, we could do some really cool decorations for that one. But we will leave this as is. Now I'm going to dig out the floor. I'm going to drop it down by 3, so none of the zombies get caught up, and the water streams will eventually put in and hit this and stop. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and I'll be back in a second. Also, I'm going to come back in here real quick and just say that, like, as you start working on this build, you want to make sure that you are lighting things up as you go, because when you create these dark spots like I'm creating here, you will get spawned still from that spawner. So you want to make sure that you at least put some light down on the floor just every so often to make sure you don't have spawns. A pillager patrol. They came here to get revenge for their fellows I just tamed, I bet. Anybody up here? Nope. Okay. Time to wreck them with my new bow. They can't get close. Look how many there are. Quite a few. Let me sure. I want to get Bad Omen here, but that's okay. I have cows. I have milk. Bad Omen does not scare me at all. Look at this. What a difference a enchanted bow makes. All right, let's go get everything that we just got over there, including the delicious XP. Oh yes, sucking it in. Another banner. That's good. And a crossbow. I've been using those just to repair because they're pretty broken when I get them. So I use several of them to repair existing ones. Like I combine them. The whole reason I came out here was not to kill those pillagers, but was to get another bucket of water, because for this next step of the build, we're going to need 2 buckets of water to make an infinite water supply, because this is where the mechanics start working into the whole zombie farm, and using a spawner to produce tons and tons of zombies for us. So what we're going to do is pick an area. Those bats keep on multiplying. Probably around here, we can go ahead and do this. I'll put it in the floor. And I showed this on the last episode. To make an infinite water supply, all you do is you take one of your buckets, drop it in a corner there, grab the other bucket, and drop it in the opposite corner, and you get an infinite water supply. So let's go ahead and grab these, or fill these buckets back up. Like that, and see it's still all there. That's what we want. So I have the flooring like this. It's pretty bland, I know, but at least it looks a little bit neater than just having a hole in the ground. And the way that water works is when it flows in a straight line, and I don't want to put it down because it'll knock the torch out here. It goes 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'll push anything to this edge right here, and we have a trench. So we're going to drop this down another 2. So it's a total of 3 deep. And then we'll have a water supply on this side. And because this is longer, this is actually 9, we're going to have it drop down part way and push a little bit further until we can get past this wall here. And then we're going to use some magic involving soul sand and some kelp, and we'll make a bubble column that'll shoot the zombies up into the air here. And we want them to come up enough that when we'll have another water stream coming this direction that pushes them over here, and then they're going to drop into our kill chamber, and we want them to drop a total of 23 blocks. So when they come down here, 1 hit will kill a zombie. So that will be ideal. That way we don't go through the durability of our weapons. So I'm going to go ahead, dig this trench out, put in the water sources, and then we'll create the bubble column, and I'll show you how to do that. I just have to cut back in here for a second. See, I came into the nether to get some soul sand because I need 1 piece of soul sand. And there is the nether portal that comes in. And I came up here to see if there's any soul sand over this direction. And look what is right behind our base, our nether portal. It is another nether fortress. That is crazy. Okay, well, I'm going to try to find some soul sand and not die, and then I will be back. Ah, here we go. Perfect. All right, another wart room. All right, we're going to grab the soul sand really quick, get out of this death trap that is the nether fortress, and get back to our land. And now that we have nether wart, we can start making potions. So yay! Yay us! We did it! And I think I got a blaze rod too. Okay, I'm going to try to get to safety, and I'll be back once I'm back in the cave system. So I have the trench dug out. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and build the kill chamber and where the fall is going to take place. So what I did is I put down a double chest with a hopper going into it, and that's where they'll fall and hit the ground. And then right here, what I'm going to do is I have 23 sand total, 22 in my inventory, 1 here. I'm going to stack these up so I know exactly where I am height-wise as I go up. So I don't have to remember counting, and I'm just basically digging up. And this isn't always the smartest thing to do in the world because it's you're ripe for suffocation if you do this. So sometimes it's good to make little out chambers every once in a while, just to, so you have a way to escape if you need to. So we're going to go ahead and do that up here as well. Let's go ahead and put a couple blocks over there like that, because gravel will come down and it will suffocate you in an area like this. So if we need to, then we can come out here and step into this area. So we'll go ahead and build this up too, stand over here and go up like this. Okay, same thing, go up 14 more. Actually, I want to go ahead and fill the spaces as we leave them, so I don't leave any spaces open for the zombies to get stuck in later on as we're doing tests and stuff. So we'll go all the way back up to the top here. Make a little chamber to step into. And then go ahead and clear these blocks out. And repeat the process. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out, and I'll cut back once we are done with these this kill chamber. Okay, so I went up and we built our little path that goes over this direction, and there's a water source that comes across, and I put a sign at the very top so they'll fall down in here. And this is the water that's flowing down from the top that we are going to turn into water blocks to make our water column. And the way that you do this is we're going to come down in here real quick, and I think the first thing we want to do is put a couple signs up here so we can navigate this okay. We're going to put a sign, let's see, right there, and one right here as well, like that. And don't worry about the things on it, it's not a big deal. Okay, so that's just for right now until we get this all sorted out. What we want to do is we want to dig out this block right here, and we are going to put our soul sand down. There I go. Oh, I need to get our kelp really quick. So kelp's interesting. Kelp will actually transform any water block that it's in into a source block or a water source block. So what you do is you put down a soul sand like this, and because this isn't a source block above it, you don't have bubbles going up, so it's not creating a bubble column. But as soon as you put any kind of kelp on top of here, and you know what, actually thinking about this, I can't put kelp on the soul sand, so let me dig this back up really quick. That was my bad. And we'll just put it right here on this block instead, and then we'll put the soul sand down afterwards. So you stack the kelp up, and we'll come into this column and swim up and just keep stacking it up as you go up. And this is making these all into source blocks. Except I need more kelp than that. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and convert those first, and then I'll shoot up and do the rest of them. So let's go back down really quick. And if you hold down shift, you drop down quicker. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and grab these once we get back up to the top. Put down our soul sand, and you'll see a bubble column spring up right away. So there you go, bubbles going up. Okie dokie. All right, I'm gonna go get some more kelp real quick, and then I will be back in a second once that's done. And I should probably point this out too. The actual stream is above the ground here. This is how high that went. So we are going to have an interesting time covering this thing up if we want to. We'll decide it. It's kind of an eyesore, so I think I will cover it up. I put these windows here just temporarily so we can see what's happening inside as the zombies are moving if we need to troubleshoot further. A lot of times when you're building farms like this, so much of it is just troubleshooting issues that you're facing. And you know what? I won't be able to swim down there because of the bubble column. It won't let me. So let's go back over here. What I should have done is put a drop chute next to that, so I could have just dropped down and saved some time other than running back and forth like this, making the video longer than it needs to be. Let's see here. Oh, someone's shooting at me. Is he gonna follow me? Yep. Not today, sir. Oh, you got me once. There you go. All right. Let's see here. So we'll go back down into our bubble column. And we will have to take this out again and do this one more time. So we'll do creating all the way to the top source blocks. And that was just my fault for not having enough kelp. I thought I had enough in my inventory. Okay, there. That goes up to the top. Let's go down to the bottom. Try not to suffocate here. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Break you guys, and now it's never in my inventory when I want it. We'll get our soul sand block and drop it down again. Now this should shoot all the way up to the top now. Whee! There we go, into the stream. That is what we want. Okay, now let's go ahead and close this back up like that. And we're gonna go down one more time. This is where having that chute would have been super handy to have. Any time you build a farm like this, you spend probably as much time troubleshooting issues that pop up with its operation as you do building the initial farm. So this is just part and parcel with farm building 101. Mob farming especially. Okie dokie. So we have the water shooting up. We have the water coming across. We have the water, or we have a chute that drops down here. We're going to go ahead and close this up a little bit because the zombies will come in right here. What I want to do, because there will be baby zombies, let's go ahead and put a, where's my slab? We'll put a slab down on top of that right there. And still, drops will still come in. And then we want to have, I think one, no, not right there. We're gonna have to have a block on this side so we can put it down like that. That way we can stand right here, hit our guys, get our drops, and we can leave that open too so we can see what's going on. Since it's not a skelly spawner, we don't have to worry about, you know, things shooting us through here. So we'll probably stand right here. Let's go ahead and make this space a little bit bigger for us. Like that, and I'll clean this up a little bit later. All right, now let's get our buckets of water. Now the first water bucket we want is going to be right here, and we'll put it in this section so it flows here into here, and then we'll want another sign. So actually I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this sign right here, and we're going to drop a block down underneath like that, and we'll take this sign and put it down here like that. Now that should be enough to push our guys into here and on up. So if we run into other problems, we'll have to troubleshoot it. Once I get my silk touch to a iceberg, if I find an iceberg, we'll be able to easily make that ice and they'll slide right in there. So that might be an area that we have an issue with, but we'll see. A lot of times they just drop down so much they just pop in here. So let's go ahead and put this here like that. And as soon as we knock these torches out, we're going to start getting zombie spawns. So this isn't going to be too fun for a little bit. Let's go ahead and fill up our buckets. And we'll go ahead and put our water sources in here. And you can skip one, grab, skip one, grab in the middle, skip one, grab in the middle, and go across like that. Okay, and now the last thing we need to do is we need to knock off, there he goes, hi, these torches right here. And I noticed I switched off of my pickaxe because that pickaxe would have destroyed that spawner if I accidentally clicked on it. Okay, nice and dark in here. Let's go over here and we'll go ahead and close this up for now. I think right here we have some glass. We'll go ahead and put in our little window so we can see what's happening. Like this. And this might affect our spawns a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright. So eventually what we should see, if this is working properly, zombies popping down right here. And if they don't, we're going to have to do some troubleshooting to figure out why. Now I'm not entirely sure how long this will take, but we'll see in a second. Oh, there you go. See? It's working fine. So they're coming up, they're falling down here, spawning, going down that water stream, shooting up in the air, going across that water stream, falling down right here. Now, this guy should only take one hit, so let's see. Apparently I was wrong on the distance because that took several punches, but it should be one swipe of the sword. Yeah, okay. And that's fine. And there's our torches that fell into the water stream. But yeah, there we go. So we have everything we need, and let's close this hole up right there. And this is our zombie spawner. So we can go ahead and also make some additions to it as well. Like if we want to have a better area around here to hit from, we can do that too. We can get in here and just hit these guys. But if we stand right here, we should get plenty of people dropping in here. Now, a lot more people spawned than are dropping down. So we're going to have to go up and maybe see if there's some other issues. But you know what? For right now, I'm going to call this a victory dance. This was a good one. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you've liked what you've seen and would like to see more, please consider subscribing to the Dad's Guide channel, clicking that notification bell so you don't miss an upcoming episode. And if you liked the episode, please leave me a like and send me a comment about what you thought of this design, any improvements you might make, or other issues that you might be having with your own farm designs. But until next time, bye for now.